Y'all, this book is a snack and a half. This is my most underrated read for 2020, and honestly, it's really sad how it's not getting more press. Master of Poisons is a slow burn epic fantasy novel that's written by Andrea Hairston, who's a professor of theater and Afro-American studies at Smith College. It's a book that's inspired by Native American culture as well as Chinese and African culture. It's the story of a misguided empire that's trying to balance the influence between pirates, religious zealots, and catastrophic climate change. This book is told from two characters' points of view. Jola is an advisor to the emperor who's banished, or rather sent on a quest to figure out what's going on with these poison deserts and why do they keep eating up all the lands. You know, before it's too late. And Awa is a girl who's sold to a band of traveling storytellers called griots, who operate outside of the confines of the empire and the empire's culture. This group also works outside of the influence of the mainstream religion. And this religion labels them as transgressors and does terrible things to them to fuel their magic, but we're going to talk about that later. This world is a vast empire, and it's built up on two principles: marrying your enemies and conquest. There are many different groups of people that are just trying to coexist together, and some do it more successfully than others. You have pirates who raid their fellow countrymen and then run away to their floating cities where they can be isolated and safe and happy. And, you know, when your pirate queen is also the wife of the emperor, you can kind of get away with that. There are also these poison deserts, which are encroaching on the different farmlands and basically just eating away at the empire. Now, these poison deserts, they not only end all the plant and animal life, but they're also poisonous to humans. So it's very much a circle of bad things closing around this entire group of people. And it's really scary, you know? And these poison deserts are only made worse by the actions of the religious zealots, who ironically are trying to do magic to stop the poison deserts, but it's not working out how they think it is. Shocking. These religious zealots capture the transgressors, and they use their life force in their magic. And they do some pretty terrible spells, like they keep them in huts, and it's just like this evil, corrupted monastery type feel. Except, you know, it's set in like a tropical African land, so it also has that totally different vibe to it. Still very sinister, but very, very unique. There are a lot of parallels to modern day American culture if you want to look for them, but if you'd like to ignore them and just take this as a story of fiction, you can do that too. Both main characters are betrayed and abandoned very early on in the story, and as the story progresses, they each lose more and more of the people and things that they really care about. They lose friends and family through events that are 100% not their fault, but also happen to turn out to be their problem to solve. You know, because life is totally fair. As a reader, you definitely feel their melancholy and their pain, but it doesn't break you. The writing in this book is so beautiful that it sort of helps carry you along. There are also a handful of chapters that are from the perspectives of the animals that the main characters are hanging out with. Now, I think this is a great idea. I love animals and pets in stories, and to get point of view chapters from them, yes please, I want more of that. This book is very original because of its diverse influences. It's nice to see an epic fantasy book that's not based on medieval Europe, or just straight up trying to be a Tolkien clone. The land definitely feels like a blend of Africa and Asia. And it's mostly tropical, but there are mountains and seas, so there are snow and nautical themes going on here. LGBTQ plus relationships are also celebrated and very common in this story. The religious zealots don't really like them, but again, who asked them? And it's nice to see these relationships normalized even with this conflict, because no matter how much hate people have in their hearts, these relationships are totally valid. I also can't overstate how beautifully written this book is. Y'all, it's a treat. The prose just literally wraps itself around you, and it's something that you savor. This isn't a book that you just breeze through on a Saturday. This is a book that you take a week or two to slowly digest and just enjoy, and oh my gosh, it's amazing. A lot of people left 3-star reviews for this book because they said it's beautifully written, but it's not for me. I think this is because a lot of people don't like slow burn books, which is really, really sad because this is definitely a 5-star book. Andrea Hairston has done an amazing job with this novel, and I really, really hope that she gets to write more set in the same world, and I just can't say enough nice things about this book. Well, I'm V from Caffeinated Covers, and if you like what I do, please hit the subscribe button and join the caffeination. We'd love to have you. I post bookish videos every week. Sometimes I do book discussions, sometimes I do reviews. I just love fantasy, and I just want to make my channel be all about that. And if you think I suck at this whole booktube thing, tell me in the comments down below, and I'll try to suck better next time. Bye!